Alright guys, what is up? You are back. Well, not in the Ghost Trap garage. We're going to ride a little bit today and test out this new vlog setup. I'm also testing out this new Saddleman seat that I bought, the Explorer for the Dyna. I think it looks ugly as sin, but might help out my wife a little bit on those longer rides. We'll check it out. But yeah, I gotta get, I can make it down the hill. We're gonna go down to San Bernardino and I'm gonna show you guys where I come from. The good, the bad, the ugly. I'm gonna show it all. So I will see you guys down the hill. Alright guys, we are at the bottom of the Cajon Pass and I just got off on Devore Road where we're gonna go to the first couple spots. The first spot that we're gonna go was one of my all-time favorite spots when I was drinking, and that is gonna be the Screaming Chicken, aka it's Screaming Sally's now, which sucks, but it'll always be the chicken to me. Yeah, the Screaming Chicken. I think this is everybody's favorite in San Bernardino. If you're a drinker and you like dive bars, a lot of good times here. A lot of the best memories I'll never remember, I guess. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna sort this video out and do this and cram my whole childhood and adolescence years into 20 minutes or so. I'm just gonna try to kind of go in order, you know, from west to east in San Bernardino. I'm gonna keep it try to keep it pretty real. I'm not gonna try to like kill the mood with all the bad stuff that's ever happened to me, but I'm gonna yeah, let's just walk through it. I'm gonna make a right here onto what turns into Glen Helen Parkway from Devore Road, and we're gonna go by the Glen Helen Water Park where I had my first job that I was on payroll for. Yeah, I'm not gonna pay for parking so we can go in there for 2 seconds. But we'll kind of just pull up right here. Yeah, when I was 16, I got my first job here at the water park as a lifeguard. I sold this lowrider bike that I had for $100 to finish paying for my lifeguard school. I came here and I was a lifeguard for like 3 years. Did it over summers and everything. And yeah, on my last year there, it was my last day of work, September 11th, 2011. It was my last day and the water park was real slow. It was like a gloomy day. And I had asked one of the girls that we work with if I could use her car to go do donuts in the dirt. And then a couple people jumped in with me and we did some donuts, and then we went to the grass and did donuts. And the people at the water park, like the rangers and everything, were not happy about that at all. And it was my last day. They just asked me to go home, and I assumed I wasn't welcome back, even though I didn't plan on coming back. And the 3 other people that were involved in that, the 2 guys that got in the car with me and the girl that gave me her car keys, I'm pretty sure they were all fired, which, I mean, I didn't force anyone to do anything, but I guess I'm kind of responsible for that. Good times. My parents never believed either that I wasn't fired after they caught wind of what happened, but it really was my last day. I just kind of went out with a bang. I'm gonna go down now at the fork in the road here on Cajon Boulevard. I'm gonna hang a right. I'm gonna stay right at the fork, and I think we're gonna go through Muscoy. We're gonna see a couple things and then head into the north end of San Bernardino where my best times were made. So, well, I'll see you guys there. Alright, so coming up right here at this blue building, we have, I don't know what it is now, but it used to be Blackwell Towing. This place used to be full of cars. It was a tow yard that was owned by a really good family friend of ours. I mean, I remember being here as a kid and being rolled around in a giant tire. I think that's even on like a home video somewhere. The first time I ever pulled an engine out of anything was right here in this yard. It ended up going into my Monte Carlo, and I just recently pulled that out to get ready to do the LS swap on my Monte Carlo. But a couple good memories there. We're gonna stay south of the tracks right now and go into Muscoy, where I'm gonna go by my grandpa's old apartment. I don't know if I remember the street that my dad and my uncle grew up on. I might try to go by there. Alright, we're in Muscoy now. Going through new Muscoy right here, which isn't even really new anymore, but newer than a lot of it. And this park right here, well, I don't know if it's a park, whatever, this little grass field. We were all having a party at the house I grew up in. That we'll be there in a little bit, and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning. We just decided we were gonna go to my grandpa's house and wake him up. And me and the friend I had in my truck, we pulled into that lot and we did a bunch of donuts there too. I guess I got a theme with grass and donuts. That was all around the same time. I haven't been by here in, oh man, it's been a long time now. I think my grandpa's been gone like 4 years, coming up on 4 years. I think I've been by here maybe once since then, just to kind of reminisce. Oh, the Corn Man. Oh, the liquor store closed down. No way. What a bummer. This little one right here is open though. It looks like we'd walk over here from time to time and get some tall cans and go drink them with my grandpa if he was feeling in the mood for a beer. Let's check it out. I don't really want to stop and be looking all suspicious or anything, but that second door over there is where my grandpa lived for a long time. But yeah, that was where my grandpa lived with his girlfriend that he absolutely hated. Let's see what this van's gonna do. Are they gonna back right into me? I know they don't have insurance. Let's make a right on Kern. I can't remember for the life of me the name of the street my dad grew up on. I don't know. I can't remember. Everything looks so different now. Oh, look, it wouldn't be Muscoy if you didn't see a horse trotting down the street. These guys do big old parades and stuff sometimes. It's hilarious. My next spot is back here behind the pet cemetery. I got a couple good stories back here. Ooh, that corner is washed out. Yeah, back here is where I learned how to drive stick. My dad had an old, I don't know, 90-something Toyota pickup truck, and he wanted to teach me how to drive it, so we drove back here. And I don't know how much time we spent back here, but yeah, just letting the clutch in and out, shifting through gears a little bit, and that was that. Another good story from back here, there's a few spots that you can turn in and get in here and go. We had ATCs and we'd go riding through the wash and stuff sometimes, and I'm just gonna turn around right here. I don't need to go too far. We were going down the road right there, or I was on the ATC going through some trails right there, and I got stuck on a path that was really narrow, and the ATC, you know, is pretty wide. I think it was a 200S, and I couldn't get it turned around. So I saw a spot, like a bank that went down on the side of this little wash area, and I went down it and I flipped that ATC on top of me, probably like, I don't know, probably rolled like 3 times, flipped on top of me, and I got it up, and you know, I was kind of shaky, my nerves were a little shot, you know, I was scared, but I get it turned around, I get it up the hill, and I finally ride back, and my dad's asking me, he's like, where the hell were you? And I told him, oh, I got stuck back there, I was just waiting for a spot I could turn around. And he goes, what happened? Did you roll that thing on top of you or what? And I was like, no, I didn't crash it. Like, you know, I don't know what the point of lying about it was, but I didn't want him to know I flipped that thing on top of me. Come to find out, my back and everything was covered in dirt. I didn't do a very good job dusting myself off. I'm gonna go straight right here by the soccer field. I've seen a handful of accidents on this road in the time that I've spent out here, from people coming around these corners too fast and then crashing at the end of the street down here. I actually know a guy that crashed down here at this next turn. And this Albert Tacos right here is really good, but that used to be a Popeye's chicken when we moved in. And this Starbucks here was a oh, it's not even a Starbucks anymore. I forgot they moved it. That was a Dairy Queen when we moved in. I'm gonna pull up right now to this Burger King. This spot right here where that palm tree is, it used to be grass. All the kids, I went to a different middle school than all the kids I went to elementary school with, and so I was on summer vacation and they were still in school, and it was like every Wednesday or Thursday, whatever minimum day they had, everyone would come to Burger King. So I'd go meet all my old friends over here, and one day there was a guy talking about, I had my BMX bike here and I thought this guy was trying to steal my bike. He was saying something about it, so I said something back, and then his friend got involved and I got into my first fight right there in that little parking space. And I also lost my first fight right there in that parking space. Good times. I saw that guy a bunch of years later. We laughed about it. Just a bunch of dumb kids. I was probably in like 7th grade or something like that. All right, we're gonna turn left and go into my old neighborhood here. The weather is perfect today. I couldn't have picked a better day to do this. I wanted to ride Angels Crest Highway, but I've been planning on doing this video for a while. I don't even know if this kind of stuff's going to be entertaining for anyone else, but I think it'll be kind of cool for me to look back on. My very first apartment was a little turd apartment in here. I used to pay like 800 bucks a month for it. And my mom sent me a link recently because my mom had lived in there too. My mom had sent me a link. Those apartments are starting out at $1,500 now. I couldn't imagine paying 1,500 bucks for one of those crappy apartments. You know, I'm gonna go straight. This park right here is pretty cool. My dad was a part of a grading company for a while, and he ran a bunch of the equipment out here to do all the pads and everything for these homes. Kind of cool. This right here was my old elementary school. I went here from kindergarten to 5th grade. 6th grade was an option, but I went to a different middle school. It looks exactly the same as it did when I went there. In this spot right here, there used to be some bike jumps. Oh, I bet they're still in there. Yeah, look, they totally are. I used to come ride my bike through here and we'd hit these little jumps and everything. That's kind of cool that they're still there. All right, this is the street right here. I got a couple friends on this street right here. One of them's a co-worker. One of them has been my best friend since 1999. Oh wow, the house looks really good. Oh, you know, I'm gonna go talk to Miss Ann real quick. I will be back in a minute. Well, this is the house right here. We moved here in 1998, and it's looking really good. The garage is open. We can play a game of base darts. Yeah, the house is looking great. Yeah, we moved there in 1998. I lived there until I was 20, and I moved into my first apartment. Then I moved back by the time I was about 21, 22. And then lived there for a while after that. And then after I bought my house, after my dad passed away, we moved back in there by the time I was like 26, and the goal was to be able to raise my kids in that house. It just didn't really work out like that, but a lot of good memories in that house. Some bad memories, but a lot of good memories too. Let's talk about this corner up here where you can make this left-hand turn. My dad got this CBR 1000, and I've never been much of a street bike guy, but I was on that bike. I came around this corner so fast and didn't lean into it. I stopped. Let's turn around. Oh, look, somebody else has hit it. I stopped probably this close to it. Like, I was so close to just eating it, just totaling that bike out, and I never even told anyone that. But I got off that bike with a completely different respect for speed and power, because it was insane. And then a few years later, we were having a party at my dad's house, and my dad's buddy was on my dad's road glide, and he came around that corner, and he didn't get as lucky as I did. He hit that corner and totaled my dad's road glide. Oh damn, somebody hit that. Whoa, this street's crazy, man. So I don't know, I was like probably like 18. My brother and his now wife, they were just dating at the time, had gone down here to get some pizza at this little pizza store down here. And they were pulling out of this intersection. I'm gonna turn in here. They were pulling out of this intersection right here and just got creamed by a car. My sister-in-law's Mustang got tore all to hell. Yeah, pretty crazy intersection. But actually right here too was where my dad was hit on the day that he lost his life, I guess is a nice way to say it. Like, so now that the mood's all we're gonna go by, where are we gonna go by? Let's go by my old high school, I guess. I don't really have any reason to go by there because I didn't really enjoy high school like that. It wasn't like, these are the best years of my life. Like, I was always in a hurry to grow up. Oh, this is the perfect intersection to come up on, because it's got that little run out right there for water. You know, all across here, water kind of pulls up here and goes to that drain. I was in my Monte Carlo, and I would drive from the student parking lot across the other side to the teacher parking lot for practice after school. There was a bunch of traffic, and there was water in that gutter. And how can you not do a burnout when you're just sitting still in water? So I lit the tires up, and you know, I think it's funny because I'm a jackass. And security was not happy. And it's not like I just drove a car that blended in with anything. I drove one of the 5 classic cars that were at school. So they found me the next day and they told me, yeah, if you ever do that again, but you know, getting scolded or whatever. But yeah, that was funny. I love doing burnouts in the parking lot. It was honestly the best. I wanted to go up a little mountain, but they got homes up there and everything now. When I used to go up there after I got my license, there was all the homes were burned down, so you kind of just had like the foundations for the homes that burn, and you can look out and see like all of downtown San Bernardino. It was pretty cool. I don't know if the camera will pick it up. The arrowhead right there, the iconic arrowhead. I've actually considered getting some kind of tattoo like that, of, you know, to symbolize the arrowhead. I don't know, it's kind of generic, I think, for everybody that lives down here, but I love those mountains. There's some gnarly dips back there. We used to get in the minivan that the whole family would whip around in, and my dad would drive us over there and hit those dips like as fast as he could. Good times. There was also some in Devore that we would always go to. I took my kids to those ones one day on the way home, and that was fun. They liked that. But those little mountain ones, or those little league ones, are so much gnarlier than the ones in Devore. Let's turn in to the Cardenas parking lot, which used to be, if you've been here long enough, you know that that was an Albertsons at one point before the recession in 2008. The spot, the reason I'm pulling into this parking lot is actually burned down now. Right next to the Bank of America. It used to be the 99-cent store, and my grandpa would always throw me in his car, and we would come over here to this 99-cent store, and he would just let me go so hard here. I could get candy, cookies, this blue juice. I don't even know what you would call it. That blue juice was amazing. Yeah, I came in like a gallon jug, and it was just this blue juice. It was so good. Toys, like just whatever. He would just, like, I don't know if it was weekly, I don't know how often it was, but we would always go there and just load up on stuff. Oh, I can smell what kind of thing? Oh, Rosa Maria's. I can smell it. It's just on the other side of this building right here. Lucy's Mexican food right here is also really good. My great grandpa always used to, whenever he'd want to go out to eat, take everyone to eat, he'd take everyone to Lucy's right here. gonna go? Let's go down Waterman. The shout out to DJ's in this parking lot over here. DJ's Coffee Shop. They got the bomb food. It is so good. Do I really want to stop right here at the bottom of Highway 18 for gas? Let's see how much it is, because I can probably go down a little bit further and get it way cheaper. $4.89 for Supreme. No thank you. Oh, look at it. Oh man, that guy's like having like a dance battle with himself. He's like rapping and stuff. That's tight. Golden Valley Middle School. We used to go over there and skate because I thought I was a little skater. I suck. My friends are really good, but we'd like hop the fences and go skate at that middle school. I got friends that live in the neighborhood right here, and we would just like walk up on the side streets, but I didn't really know a lot of the layout of the town then. Yeah, they actually live right off of 36. God, I can't believe how far we used to like walk and skate and ride bikes and stuff all over these neighborhoods. Like if I found out my kids were doing that now, I would probably be pretty pissed. Ask them what the hell they were thinking. But I mean, times are, I guess they're a lot different in 10 years or so. I bet if I wait right here, I can find my mom getting off the freeway. Oh yeah, she's probably getting off the freeway like right now from work. It's like 4:30 or that, or she just got home. You know, I bet I'll catch her pulling into the parking lot. I'm not going to show you guys where she lives. In the case like I ever get popular on YouTube, I don't want people like showing up to my mom's house and bugging her. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can remember this drive, because this is the way that we would go to my great-grandparents' house. We would go from our house in San Bernardino across the take the 215 to the 210 and get off right here, and we'd make a left at the La Bodega. All right, let's go for these guys. Whoa, big old bump. Yeah, here's Valencia right here. Further up Valencia, they have really nice homes. And then I think I'm gonna turn right onto Highland Avenue. Maybe it's not quite Highland Avenue. I don't know. I gotta see it to remember. No, I'm gonna go past Highland Avenue. That's what it is, because Paris Hill Park is right up here. Paris Hill Park. So we would drive this road all the time, like probably twice a week, to go to my great-grandparents' house. And I'd always want to play at Paris Hill Park, and my mom would always tell me, no, that park is gross. And so we'd never really go. Well, I remember one time we ended up going to Paris Hill Park, and I go to the top, like where one of these slides are, and there was a kid taking from the top of the slide down the slide. And it just immediately made up my mind, like, oh yeah, this park is gross. Like, what is going on here? But there's been some cool stuff. I've seen some cool car shows here. I think there was a chili cook-off here that my great-grandparents had took me to, but I don't really like spicy, and all that chili was super hot, so I didn't really eat that much of it. Some probably like weird stories that don't make any sense to anybody. It's just like weird that I remember from growing up. Okay, so crossing Highland Avenue on Valencia. You can make a left here and it'll wrap you around to Pacific High School. You can make a right here and it'll take you to St. Bernardine's Hospital. We're gonna take a right, and I think it's the first left right here. We're gonna make Crestview, apparently. I think I drove by here like one time after my grandpa had passed away, just to kind of remember. We had a lot of good times here. They had a bad pool that like my great-grandparents dug themselves. They did like a bunch of extensions to the house. Well, one big extension of the house themselves. He like built it from hand. Like, you don't hear about guys doing stuff like that now. Like, people are lame. Back when men were men, let me tell you. But my grandpa was kind of a too. Not kind of, he was actually like a really big asshole. But I mean, I guess he kind of deserved to when you shot people out of the sky from a plane in World War II, because that's pretty cool. And then it's gonna be a right onto Valencia. I remember that. I always wanted to know what this building was. I never really knew. Looks like something with the county, I guess. And it doesn't look much different. They used to have a huge tree, but this little brown house right here was where, oh no, not the brown house, this one right here, 1479 Valencia. We had a cool pool right there. A lot of good memories in that house. I know my mom's probably gonna watch this and tear up. I want to make my way over to downtown now, but I need some gas and I need a charger. That lady was in a pretty big hurry, I guess. On 9th Street. You know what? Let's get down to 2nd Street. That's where I want to be right now. 2nd Street. 2nd and D. I got something cool over there. Alright, my GoPro died and my gas light came on at almost the exact same time. And I was right where I wanted to be. I thought I wanted to be on D in 2nd, but it was D in 5th. So I'm gonna head back that way and then keep making my way through downtown San Bernardino. Here's the iconic "Welcome to San Bernardino" sign. I think at one time that sign probably really meant something. Now you type that in Google and it says, did you mean something, anything else? There's the old library. Is our library still open? Is that place open? Does anybody still use libraries? There's E Street. Oh, we'll jump over to E Street after we're on D and check out the movie theater. I think it used to be Cinema Star. I don't know what it is now. It was closed for a long time and then it had reopened. There's Cooley's Hardware. I wonder if Cooley's is still open. That place is expensive, but they have like whatever you need. Okay, 5th and D coming up right here. So in high school, we would go to the Route 66 car show that used to take place in downtown San Bernardino before that whole express busway messed everything up. They have fences up now though. So this parking lot right here, we would get our reserved spots to park our cars right here on the street. But inside this parking lot, I had a friend whose parents would pull their trailer or their RV in here, and they would hang out there during the day. But at the end of the night, when the car show was over, they would let all the kids stay in the trailer, and we would just live it up in here. Like, no rules. It was like the wild west. It was honestly that, like, if I had any highlights of high school, it would probably be the Route 66 car show with my friends, because those times were just awesome. I think they did the car show one other time after they did that whole expressway crap, and I think I'd park my car right here. The pawn shop's closed. And yeah, man, when that car show would go on, like, that's honestly, that car show is how I learned the layout of downtown San Bernardino. Because it just, yeah, we would just walk everywhere. Like, whatever there was to see, we would go see it. We'd go to all these stores. We'd go hang out in the Carousel Mall parking lot right here. They always had bands playing right here and like a bunch of vendors and stuff. Again, something I would never let my kids do is stay in downtown San Bernardino with their friends for like 3 days and 2 nights. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go right because there's the movie theater. Do they still have the big cowboy painted on the other little theater right there? Oh, they do. I don't know what that guy's name was, but I'm sure somebody does. Yeah, this used to be the Cinema Star, and this place was the first place that I had ever been drunk. My friend brought us all here for his birthday. I think we were like 13, and he stole a bunch of his parents' vodka, and we bought a Coke and took a little off the top of the Coke, filled that thing up. It was super strong, and everyone was scared to drink it except for me and him. And man, we got tore up watching, I don't know if it was God, I don't remember what movie it was. Oh, this gas cap doesn't seal. I just picked this thing up at the swap meet. The old California Theater is pretty cool. I think I've heard stories that my great grandmother had performed there before in like plays or some shit. Where are we gonna go? I guess, man, I should have cruised down East Street, but I need to get some air flowing across these fins because my bike's getting hot. G Street, the old In-N-Out, used to be on that corner right up there. It used to be on 3rd and G, I think. And then they opened it, they closed it and opened that one up on 5th Street. They got a Stizzy store, rad. I think that's the only thing keeping San Bernardino alive is dispensaries. Whoa. I know they got a cookie store off of Orange Street now. Or Orange Street, Orange Show. I'll jump on the freeway and get off on Mill. Alright, so check it out. This is the intersection we would get off on to go to my middle school, which we're gonna pass by. On the right up here, there's a Yum Yum Donuts, and I'll kind of pull up so we can see. So, I mean, figure I'm in middle school, so I'm pretty early teenager, I guess. Let me get into this joke. So standing at the corner over here, facing traffic, this bum had his schlong out, and he was just taking a leak. And God, like everyone in the car kind of like looked at each other like, is this really happening? And everyone just started busting up. Here's the middle school I went to. I was kind of like, if I was ever a bad kid, it was in middle school. I was always in trouble for some dumb stuff. We'll go by Valley College. But yeah, anyway, that bum with his meat out flashing the whole street was hilarious. Every time I see that Yum Yum Donuts, I can almost picture that guy's dong, and that's probably one of the things I'll ever say. But funny nonetheless. Alright, we are going to start this journey home. I had a blast doing that. A little bit different style for me, a little bit different everything, you know. A little bit of where I'm from, and I'm sure there's a bunch, you know, of course there's a bunch that I missed. I can only fit so much into a video, into a day or whatever, but that's, you know, just some of the cool stuff. I'm trying to shimmy past all these cars here. Don't put your feet down, boys and girls. Oh, I'm not gonna squeeze that. But yeah, I mean, if you guys like that video, you guys want to see more of it, let me know, because I had a blast doing that. It's cool to be able to get out and ride a little bit. Finally get on the freeway here and cool off a little bit. But yeah, like I was saying, if you guys enjoyed that video, let me know, man. And everyone who's subscribing, it's much appreciated. Everyone who's liking these videos and interacting with them, you guys are really helping me out a lot with this channel growing and everything. So I appreciate you all. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.